it takes to get the results you're looking for.
I think it's way more descriptive than most of the titles that we come across.
Expediter is a good thing.
I like it. Are we ready? Welcome to RCR Wireless News. I'm Martha DeGrasse, and I'm here with Mark Johnson. He is lead expediter at Bird Technologies. I love your title. All right.
It still makes me laugh. I can't help it.
All right, so 4 parts to your company, you just told me.
Right, 4 parts to Bird Technologies. 4 parts, 1 of Bird Electronic, classic test and measurement equipment. DeltaNode, which is why we're here at this show, which is cellular DAS, distributed antenna systems coverage. TXRX, which is public safety, in-building coverage, or public safety frequencies. And then another part of our company is called XCOM Systems, which is government, military, capture, off-air, record, store, playback, and analysis. So it all has the RF umbrella, all 4 parts of the company. So if you're wondering, how do you tie that together? There's 4 parts to that company. That's how we make it work.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the DeltaNode and the TXRX and some of the synergies there.
Sure, that's a great topic because what happens is we're in this large structure right now. It's not coverage, it's capacity now, particularly with the modulation schemes today, and they get more and more complex, and there's a lot more traffic. So how do you cover a structure like this, and how do you maintain the regulations or stay within the regulations? So that's where the public safety side comes in. So if we've been working in public safety for 30 plus years, and also on the DeltaNode side, they've done an excellent job. They're great folks to work with, and they've done a terrific job on the cellular side, and also are into public safety frequencies. So longer term, what's going to happen, what used to be a two-way radio many years ago, still is, just think of the example if you see an incident that takes place and there's 4 kids standing around with their cell phones. And while one policeman would have in the past called a dispatcher, voice only, these 4 kids today would have it all on their cell phone, so the dispatcher would know exactly what's going on. It would be on TV. They know where this took place exactly and so forth. So they have the GPS, as well as the visuals on what the street signs are. So maybe that's a little bit of a simple example, but what you're going to see is there's going to be convergence of distributed antenna systems that are going to incorporate both public safety as well as cellular, as well as Wi-Fi, as well as there's going to be other things that roll into this. So it's going to be, the backbone is going to grow and grow and grow. The other point that I would say is if you were to look at a police car, for example, there's antennas all over a police car. So, but they're receiving a lot of data from their computers. That's coming in on cellular frequencies, on LTE frequencies. So it already is there to some extent, but we keep thinking of two-way radio with public safety. So there's convergence that's going to take place, and we like to think that we're well positioned to take advantage of that.
Can you give us any real-world examples of what you're describing? Is it happening already anywhere?
Actually, it is happening right now at the Marlins ballpark. There's both the cellular coverage system, multi-band, multi-operator, neutral host, was covered by DeltaNode equipment, and the public safety equipment that is used in that entire facility is TXRX Bird equipment. Another location is, like I talked about, say in Las Vegas, the exterior plus all the casinos. So what you're seeing is there is communications getting more difficult to control from the capacity standpoint. So what you're going to see is, how do I get all my information across? Public safety, I need to know this. I need to know where this is. You see cameras, and you see, how does that all that data get transmitted? So that's where you're going to see a change. And if you looked at some big companies like Harris, Motorola, for example, who is leading in public safety in terms of radios and systems, what you would hear from them is that is probably the biggest change for the company coming up in the next, pick the number, 5-8 years, where LTE will join public safety.
Right. Okay. Now, when did you buy DeltaNode?
Last year. It's been just a year ago, and it's been a fun ride.
Right. And these are the reasons, is because of how these work together, right?
Yeah, because think about the synergy. So you have wonderful. They really did a nice job on this system, and it can be deployed very easily. You can remotely monitor your entire network from any of the points in the system, which makes it easy for people. Bird has always been easy to deal with, easy to use equipment. DeltaNode is the same philosophy. Even though they started out in Sweden and we started out in the United States, we have different countries but same philosophies. So it's a really good fit. and there's synergies there. True synergies, not the kind you make up in an M&A story.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you very much, Mark Johnson.
Welcome. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you.